Hey, hi, hello everyone, it's YoungStack54 here, coming out with another Modern Warfare episode, but it's a little different than what I normally do, and it's not even a news episode, but I do want to hit on that real quick before I get on anything else. Within the last time I played, they got rid of double X weapon XP, and they added double tiers XP, and then double XP regular. They added Infected into the quick play list, as they completely took Cranked out of the game, which was upsetting. I didn't exactly enjoy Cranked when I did play it because the maps are too big and I feel like it's still campy. It just doesn't have the feel that it did when I was playing in Call of Duty Ghosts. But Infected is in the quick play. They added Snow Fight, which is just Docs. I want to say it's Docs 24/7. They added Drop Zone, which I've never been a fan of Drop Zone whatsoever. I don't like it. And they added a game mode that I've been talking about for a while of them adding, and that would be really cool. And that's Shoot the Ship, which is all shoot house, all shipment, all the time, as it says. But what this video is actually a rundown of what all the guns in Modern Warfare are in real life. And it's something that took me a lot of time, and I don't want to take any credit for it. This is just me telling you what the guns are. I found many sources of what they were. So if they're not 100% accurate, I'm sorry. It's just what I found, and I don't want to take any credit for finding what the actual guns are. I just took some research and time out to figure out what they actually are. So we're going to start with the ARs. The Kilo 141 is actually the H&K HK433, or 433, or 433, depending on how you want to say it. Next is the FAL, which is obviously just the FNFAL. There's nothing special about that. M4 is the Colt M4. You can actually do a couple variants, like I have the Colt 9mm SMG. But then we have the FR556, which everybody knows is the FAMAS. But it's actually the FAMAS F1. And some of these guns I actually couldn't fit the whole name in completely. Like this is the ASH 12.7. It's actually a Russian military bullet rifle. It's actually really cool. There's a Wikipedia page on it and everything, just like all the other guns. But it's really cool, and I've read a little bit of all of the guns. The M13 is, I know I'm butchering this, but it's the SIG, or the SIG MCX. It's actually a really cool gun in real life. It's a compact AR, super fun. This is the FN Scar 17 as actually shown. They got it right. Yes and no, though. The specific model depends on what you do. But the one I use is the FN MK17LB, which stands for long barrel. And then finally, the AK-47, which means something that I can't exactly pronounce whatsoever. It's something 47. So, let's go with SMGs, so I don't get bounced back all the time. We got the Stayer. I don't exactly know how to say that, but I'm going to go with the Stayer AUG. Like I said, I can't fit the whole names in, like some of the base models and everything I can't completely fit in. The P90 is actually the FN PS90, the variant I have because of the longer barrel. MP5, depending on how you rock it, I rock this one, which is the H&K MP5A3SD. You can also do the H&K MP5K PDW, which is basically the MP5 from Black Ops. Uzi, I couldn't actually find an actual maker for the Uzi, so I just did a little bit for me, a little Uzi Vert. Love you, bud. The PP19 Bison is the Bison 201. That's the actual model of the Bison that we get in this game. And the MP7 is the H&K MP7A1. I have mine with no stock. It's a real nice running gun weapon. Shotguns. Many of you, I guess, can guess this, but it's the Remington 870 is the Model 680. R901 shotgun is not exactly it, but what I went was the Kel-Tec KSG, because it does have that double barrel pump. 725 is the Browning Katori. I don't exactly know how to say that. 725. And then the Origin 12 is an actual shotgun in real life that you guys are probably shocked about. but it's the Fostech. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not exactly sure. Probably butchering it like everything else. FT12. Yet again, I have this one with no stock just because it's run and gun gamer. And now we're on to LMGs. PKM is the PKP Pachang from, it also was in Modern Warfare 3. SA-87, depending on the variant of how you run it, is the HK L85A2 or L85A3. M91 is the H&K MG5. It's different variants depending on your sub package. A regular MG5, MG5S has a shorter barrel. MG5A2 has a mid-sized barrel, and the A1 has a long barrel, which I use for my ground war. And it's actually the only gun I have gold right now, which was pretty cool. I found out I was one headshot or one double kill away, and I just totally forgot about it. But the MG34 is the GPMG 1934, which is a World War II gun, obviously. And that in the car, I don't understand why they're in this game. We don't flashback whatsoever into World War II or even close. So it kind of upsets me that they're in this game, and I have really no clue why they would be in this game. They don't have any deserving reason to be in this game. Hooligan 26, if you drop the drum mag, you actually get an HK G36C, depending on the variant that you make. EBR 14 is the MK14 EBR. MK2 is the 1895 SBL. There's a longer name to that, but I was not able to fit it completely in there. The Kar 98 is actually the Karabiner 98. I can't exactly remember what the K stands for, but I do know it's something German during World War II. The Dragunov is actually just the Dragunov SVD. It's a submodel of the Dragunov. What the fuck is this gun? One second. The HDR is sort of a real gun, sort of not. It's based off of a gun with a high modification to it. But the high, what it's based off of is the AR-50A1 50 cal BMG, which took me a while to find what the actual gun is, and it's not the exact gun, but it was the closest and what it's based off of in this game. And the AX-50 is based off of, depending on your variant, the M107A1 and the M82A1 Barrett 50 cal BMGs. They're two different variants depending on the style that you run with. Those are the primary weapons. We'll kick the secondaries right here. The X16 is actually the gun I got for Christmas, which is the Glock 19X. The only difference is, in this game it shoots a 45, which you could say it's a Glock, I want to say it's a 21, that shoots a 45, but the Glock 21s, I've yet to find any Glock 21 that comes standard in the Coyote color. 1911 is obviously, it's the Colt M1911. Why they didn't add the M before it, I don't know. Maybe they're getting confused with the M19. But the 357 is the Smith & Wesson 357 Magnum. Pretty easy and self-explanatory. The M19 is actually the Sig Sauer. I know I'm butchering this. Sig Sauer P320. Is a nice compact pistol. It's actually probably the cheapest pistol on this list. I've seen them at gun stores for $300. And then the D or the 50 GS is obviously the Desert Eagle, but if you want to get technical, it's the Mark X IX. Don't exactly know what that stands for, but it's the actual model Desert Eagle that Call of Duty uses. And that's all of the video. If you guys have found this whatsoever helpful, and if you're nerdy at all just like me, make sure to hit that like button. And before I forget, the Ram 7 is just the TAR 21, or you can call it the MTAR. But that's the final gun. I kind of missed that, sorry. But if you guys have found this video helpful, like I was just saying, make sure to hit that like button. And I had a lot of fun making this video because it's something I'm a little nerdy with, of getting everything right that Call of Duty. I don't know if they couldn't do it or didn't want to because of money, but I gave you what I believe to be the actual name of all the guns. And I will see you in the next video, which will definitely be Shoot the Shit, because that's all we ever play now, because it's the 2 only playable game modes. Call of Duty, come out with more maps, please, and I'll see you in the next video.